Lanez really tried it, but you know what? Let's just go ahead and talk about it. Come on here, Tory. Bring all 5'3" of yourself up to the front of the congregation. Let's talk. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new, then welcome. My name is Jessica, lover of cats, trap music, and you. Hey, okay guys, so I'm sure by now you have heard Tory Lanez finally broke his silence on this whole him shooting Megan situation. Y'all know he has been hush-mouthed since back in July when this first broke. Megan was seen on camera limping out of a vehicle, and she came out and said that, you know, she was shot and Tory Lanez was in fact the shooter. So he has been on hush-mouth all of these months, and so he decided to break his silence. What he really did though was finesse the entire world. We all thought that he was coming out and gonna be, you know, live. He tweeted and said, "I got time today," or he said, "To my fans, I'm sorry for my silence, but respectfully, I got time today, 9 o'clock Pacific." So everybody was like, okay, bet Tory Lanez is definitely about to go on live and say something. I mean, once that Lakers game went off, Twitter was booming, buzzing. Even his comments all under his pictures on Instagram, booming. People, okay, Tory Lanez, what you got to say? Because, you know, Megan that already came out, she done already named you. She already said it is what it is. She's already put out this narrative, and you've been quiet, so, you know, we can only go off of what we've heard from Megan. But 9 o'clock went ahead and rolled around. Well, for me, it was 11 o'clock. I had to stay up till 11 o'clock. And y'all, that is way past my bedtime. But 9 o'clock Pacific time finally rolled around, and Tory Lanez talking about he dropped the album. Now, y'all, I was so dang upset with Tory Lanez because, first of all, the fact that you're trying to capitalize off of a situation like this is a little trash. But you know what? I can't knock him, because if he is in fact innocent, which is what he's claiming, then, I mean, this is a way to go. But also, Tory Lanez, sir, read the room. Read the room. We just got the Breonna Taylor verdict yesterday, okay? Nobody was indicted except for the shots that actually missed Breonna Taylor. Wanton endangerment, which is basically endangering a neighbor because some rampant shots flew into her house. So, baby, just read the room. You coming out talking about, I didn't shoot this black woman. It's just like, the timing was a little bit corny to me, but you know, I'm not gonna knock him. What you cannot say about Tory Lanez is that he don't got bars, because that's just not true. Tory Lanez is talented. As an artist, that man is talented, and this album was good, okay? I can't lie. I low-key tried to not, you know, like the project as much as I did, but y'all, the project is good. But anyway, I'm gonna talk about all the things. He spilled so much tea in this situation, y'all. He was just spilling his emotions and all his stuff all over these songs. I want to get into that, but before I do that, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I am so grateful for all the new viewers and all the new subscribers I've gotten. Also, bang that bell so you never miss any of my videos, and go follow me on social media so we can be friends in real life. Okay, let's get into all these topics. Alright, so I told you guys, Tory Lanez dropped a whole album, a whole project. It's called Daystar. Y'all know from the little arrest warrants or whatever, we found out that his name is actually Daystar Peterson. He got a few middle names sprinkled in there too, but ultimately Daystar Peterson. So he came out with the Daystar, and let me tell you, as soon as this started, he came out for blood. I said, okay, the first song is called Money Over Fallouts. And this is basically him head on addressing the situation. I mean, calling people out by name, just laying it all out there, just laying everything out on the table from jump, which I do kind of appreciate. You know, we didn't have to get any of the frills. He let us know his side of the story. And I started off with a little intro of all the little stuff that's been buzzing on social media. So he had Charlamagne the God talking about he don't get the day. He had all these little rappers, you know, whatever. He had all these news stories, and it kind of built up to, you know, his first verse. And y'all, he definitely has some things to say. So let's get into it. So out the gate, he's proclaiming his innocence, and he's saying Megan's team trying to frame me for the shooting, but they ain't clean enough. Okay, so basically he's saying he's been set up by Megan's team, which we know is Roc Nation. Then he goes on to say, watching how they're teeing up, gotta keep it calculated. I can't really talk because I don't want to jeopardize the outcome waiting. So he basically saying that he ain't trying to talk about an open case. But I mean, you talking, you definitely talking. You doing 17 songs worth of talking. I mean, you singing, you talking, you crying, you doing it all. But that's pretty much what he was saying. He also went on to mention Kehlani, and we're gonna save her for another song because he snatched her label right on up in another song, but we're gonna save that for later. But he did mention in this, he gave us a little foreshadowing. Okay, come through, English teacher. He gave us a little foreshadowing on what was to come. He mentioned Kehlani, and by her Twitter fingers, he said it really hurt me when you came out with them Twitter fingers, but you know, it is what it is. Y'all know that Kehlani tweeted out that she was gonna be removing him from her album on one of the songs or whatever, but we'll save that for another song because he really went into detail with that one. He said he can't prove it, but he's pretty sure it's them people in her ear, her label, that got her speaking reckless about him and basically got her saying that he is the one that shot her. He said, you know, let's not forget you was my B word, you know, so that's the first time, but definitely not the last time during the album where he is gonna touch base on a full relationship that him and Megan supposedly had. I mean, they was really, you know, knocking boots according to Tory Lanez. They were really, you know, in a relationship. Some would even venture to say that low-key in love, the way Tory Lanez talking. He got a song called Solar Nights, or Solar Drives at Night. It got real Drake feels, you know. But basically that whole song is dedicated to him wanting Megan back and how he was just in love. He crying and singing all over that whole song. It's about though. But anyway, back to this song. But yes, so he's saying, let's not forget, like, you was my whole girl. Like, I'm not about to sell you out for no millions, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm a little worried, like, why you was doing that. Okay, Tory. After all that he talked about and, you know, doing all that, he said, somehow I'm still down to renegotiate the unity. You know, I don't know, my heart is just fooling me or something like that. So basically, he was saying, you know, he's still down to work this out with Megan. He still want to be with her. You know, he's still willing to do all this. And to me, I was like, dang, like you proclaiming your innocence. This woman came out and named you and said you were the one that did this to her. You know, she did all of that. And you, if that's not true, is you still want to be with her after she pretty much almost just snatched your career right from you? I mean, okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. So that was a little iffy to me, but he's definitely saying he is still willing to renegotiate that unity that they had. Okay, Tory Lanez had me laughing with that, y'all was saying I'm 5'3", but little bit, I'm 5'7", boy. Okay, I mean, I don't know, maybe Tory Lanez is 5'7", but he made sure to throw that in there. Oh, so now I'm 5'3", not little bit, I'm 5'7". Okay, little man. Well, you know, we're not gonna height shame over here. I'm 4'11", but that was funny. He also kind of touched base on the fact that the real estate agency or whatever was also hating on him because of everything that was going on in social media and on the news, that they didn't allow him to get a house. And he was like, really, they didn't allow, you know, my kids to get a house. So that is a little effed up, I'm not gonna lie, you know what I'm saying? Like, because you are, you know, perjured in the court of public opinion. We really didn't know what happened. All we had was what Megan came out with, and we knew that he had been arrested with gun possession, so we kind of put two and two together. But you know, we really don't know the facts. Only the people that were in that vehicle do know the facts. So, you know, I don't know, I think it was a little effed up if the real estate man did, you know, kind of just, you know, snatched him right on off that application, is what he's saying. So I don't know. Okay, so now, real talk, he did raise some questions. He did say, how you get shot in your foot and it hit no bones and tendons. That was some of the concerns that people had with the whole Megan got shot. Because it was like, okay, but you walk in, you know, you in a club, and you doing all this, you celebrating the WAP and all that, but you've been shot in both your feet. You know, then she felt pressure to go ahead and slap up some pictures on Instagram. And people was like, girl, is that a shot? I ain't never been shot, so I never had an opinion on that because I don't know if it's like different type of guns or whatever. So it did look very surface level to me personally, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if she was just grazed or like, what is ricocheting? I don't know if that's a thing. You know, I didn't have no opinion on that one because it wasn't going to be an informed opinion. But, you know, everybody else in their mama had an opinion, and they were basically saying, like, that ain't really a shot or whatever. And, you know, also it brought the question of, you, Megan, yourself said that you were shot in the back of your feet because you were walking away. And so Tory did bring up in another song, Sorry Not Sorry, which is when he's unloaded the clip on everybody. He brought up, if you were shot in the back of your feet while you were walking away, how can you so confidently identify the shooter? And that's kind of hard to argue with, guys. He is kind of confronting some of these questions head on with this, and which is a bold move, Tory Daystar. That is a bold move. So you know, that's that. And he kind of wrapped up with, I don't give a dang if you know Jigga. You know, I was taught to beat the block, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all not about to frame me. I'm about to still come to the top, you know, regardless of what you're talking about. He kind of touched base on another song about the fact that he just bought his masters. And he alluded to, you know, what happened to Prince and Michael Jackson when they bought their masters. And you guys know, unfortunately, I ain't gonna say it led to their demise, but they died shortly after, you know. So he kind of trying to like put himself in that category. I'm like, I don't know if that's a reach, but it is out there. It is out there. It is something to think about. So yeah, that's basically what Tory Lanez had to say on that one. He have a song called Friend Become Strangers, and in there I'm not gonna like really go too deep into it, but basically he did touch base on a relationship that he may have had with Megan's best friend Kelsey. So a source did say at heavy.com, a source had been said that they were all arguing in the car, and it's because Megan and Kelsey had both found out that they were both sleeping with Tory Lanez. Okay, now that had never been confirmed, and like nobody really spoke on that, but supposedly while they were at Kylie's pool party, Tory was flirting with Kylie Jenner, and both of them got jealous, and they were both like, well, why you jealous? And it came out that he was sleeping with them both, and an argument ensued. Okay, so that's the whole situation. If that's the case, Tory, you trash for that. You know, two best friends, come on now. But also I think it is a little interesting how they didn't know. I don't know, I don't want to get too deep into that. Then he talked about me and you, Megan, it wasn't even supposed to be like all of that, you know, but we both kind of needed somebody to entertain us, to help us ease the pain of our mothers passing away. So he went that route on it, okay? And then, you know, he said, but you know, we talked about some real stuff. You broke down in my arms a couple nights, and that's that. So that was basically that song wrapped up in that. And of course he had to sprinkle in the fact that he still is willing to be with Megan. So that was that song. Okay, so I actually want to get into the Sorry Not Sorry song, because this song, Tory Lanez unloaded the clip on everybody, and guys, say what you will, the song is hard, okay? The song is hard. Nobody was fair. Not even J.R. Smith. He went at, I think, Asian Doll. He went at Kaylani. He went at Masika. He went at J.R. Smith, who I know is in the Lakers locker room somewhere kicking over trash cans. He went at Chance the Rapper. It's a mess. And then backdoor and sampled Chance the Rapper's flow on my favorite song on the album, which is Queen and Slim. But anyway, let's get into this Sorry Not Sorry, because Tory did not come to play on this one. He did not come to play. So this is the song when he kind of first touched base on the fact that he has a target on his back because he's a black man that owns his masters. Okay, and then he also touched base on the fact that he's saying, yeah, people say you trying to protect me and all that because you ain't going to the cops, but really, how you protecting me when you the one that you and your team orchestrated this whole elaborate plan to fry me, basically, right? He also brought up the concerns about you was shot in your back, or as you was walking away in the back of your feet, so how you identifying me, and especially so confidently going all on your live, you know, naming me and saying all of that and using all this very strong language when you was walking away. And I think those are very valid questions to be asked, you know, I can't be mad at that. He said, Asian Doll, I don't know you. Basically, why are you speaking on me when I've never met you, don't know you, don't know nothing about you? And then he had to also throw in there, ain't never heard no song from yours, ain't seen you on no billboards, so basically just don't even speak on me. Then he said, JoJo, your whole team is bozos, or something like that. Let me see. Okay, so then he said, JoJo, that was a bozo move. Okay, basically, you and your team took me off of a song, the song that you got the most views on. Okay, and they paid me $50,000 for that feature, so now they $50,000 in the hole because you running with social media news. That's basically what Tory Lanez was saying. And I was like, ooh, okay. So this is where he kind of mentioned the Kylie Jenner rumors and, you know, him and Kylie Jenner, whatever. He said unapologetically jumped into that pool because Kylie's face was looking heavenly, right? So that supposedly was a source of, you know, all of this hoopla. Now, I don't know if that's true or not. You know, that has not been confirmed. Megan said it had nothing to do with Kylie Jenner, but, you know, Tory Lanez got another story. And then he said, J.R. Smith, the pot that pissed, you the last person that needs to be talking about shots that hit. Child, I said, oh. Yeah, he had to come at J.R. Smith like that. Tory Lanez said, ain't nobody getting spared on this one. And you know what? Hey, do your thing. He said, I'm from the trenches, Igga. You the type of person that'll buy a girl a 80 and still not get an inch up in her. That's a bar. Yeah, you know what? You can't. Okay. he came at Bun B, and you know, I don't know if you want to call it coming at, but he addressed Bun B and he said basically you saying that I need to burn in a cage, doing all this stuff going on right now during these times, and you know what, no disrespect to you and Pimp C, which it better not be, but y'all made Big Pimpin' pouring champagne on women's faces as they lick their tongues out. So I'm too young to give you lessons, but let me tell you this lesson. Stay the F out my business because I have not been convicted. Then he said Chance the Rapper. Irrelevant. I'll place his line with my chain looking heaven sent. And I told you later in the album he actually kind of stole Chance's flow on one of his songs off of Acid Rap, but it was actually real genuine great Chance. So he trolling Chance in this too. It's just too funny to me, honestly. He said, give me one Dream Doll record, I'll wait. And Masika, this your chance to come in on this debate because you always in people's business anyway, basically. He said, and you faked the kidnapping for your OnlyFans, you know, to promote an event. And if that's what you're teaching your child, then you the one need to be locked up and watching people fight in there. Which I didn't even know about the OnlyFans drama. So Tory Lanez, you know, schooled me on that. I had to go look that up. So I don't know if that's to be true or not, but that's what Tory Lanez is saying. So then he ended that whole thing with like a 1-minute rant about how he, you know, is Super Saiyan 5 and all these people that had something to say had his phone number and had every opportunity to call him and genuinely ask him, you know, what happened. But instead they didn't do that. They went right onto the internet and, you know, had their own opinion. So that was that, you know, that was a whole mouthful or earful. He had a lot for us. One more song I kind of want to talk about, and that is my favorite song on the album, and it's Queen and Slim. And I like this song for a lot of reasons. I love the Chance the Rapper flow, the OG Chance the Rapper flow he used. I really do appreciate it. I know he was trolling Chance or whatever, but I'm not gonna lie, he ran that flow. But also in the second half of the song, he really he switched it up a little bit. He switched up the flow a little bit, and he gave some more insight to what was going on in the situation to wrap up his full side of the story in a cute little bow or whatever. So in the first part of the song, he was basically talking about him and Megan's relationship and how, you know, he needs her, he wants her back, he mislanded his head on her stomach while she was wearing her Fenty, and it's really cute. And like I said, it's my favorite song and I really do like it. I feel at home in the kitty, lay my head all on your stomach while you wear that Fenty. My thuggy, love me, give me cuddles while you hold me snugly. Don't you dub me, or something like that. It's cute. I just picked you up for munchies, looking lovely. Girl, I need you like a hustler, gon' need his druggie. Yeah. But at the end is where he kind of touched base a little bit more on the Kylie situation and just how everything was playing out. Okay, he said so we hung out a little bit, you know. He said he fell asleep at Jordan Wood's house. I don't know what that was about, but he said the next day I woke up, I drove to your house. Then after that we went to Kylie's house. She was looking like an angel. Basically Kylie was looking good, so I was, you know, feeling that. And then you got upset, walked away, said, you know, me and Kylie was still in the pool, we didn't know you was tripping. If I knew you was leaving, I would have left with you, even though I can't lie, I was feeling Kylie. I was entertained by Kylie. I do have a crush on Kylie. Tory Lanez said, I'm gonna tell my side of the story, but I'm gonna shoot my shot, is what Tory Lanez did. But basically he was like, yeah, you know, I would have still left with you though, on the simple fact that I came with you. So that's just off principle, you know what I'm saying? But he said, I can't lie, like, yeah, I was feeling Kylie a little bit, and you know, that kind of got you hot. He said, I did take a wrong turn that night, but not the turn that everybody think. You know, I was the wrong one that night, and you was too drunk to even see it. So, you know, once again, proclaiming his innocence. So anyway, guys, he wrapped up that song basically saying that, you know, a lot of our feelings got hurt, a lot went on that night, you know, there was some feelings caught up and involved, but you can't just go around changing the facts, Megan, you know, it didn't happen the way that you're saying it. So that was basically just a wrap up of what Tory Lanez had going. Like I said, me personally, I think that you really gotta hats off to him for the project. It is a good project, I can't lie. I hope he's not capitalizing off of this situation if he did in fact, you know, do this. I don't know, guys. You guys tell me what you think. Somebody lying. You think Tory Lanez telling the truth? You think Megan telling the truth? Let me know down below in the comments, guys. Once again, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, bye. Mwah.